So, you're all very welcome to the first installment of Cheese Crisps. 1, 2, check, check. Check your mic.
1, 2, check, check.
There you are,
Up
mate.
the pillars.
And they're pointy
Starting off
hats.
controversial, you know?
Straight in, mate.
Straight in.
Take them out by the knees, right? So, our first guest on Cheese Crisps is the Donegal man. Do you like being referred to?
Oh,
as the-
Jesus, aye,
that's
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Donegal man, Conor Maley. So, tell us how you getting on.
Oh, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any crack with you? What have you been up to this
Not
week?
much, man. Just gigging.
Gigging and drinking.
crack. No
Have you-
drinking,
yeah,
man.
no,
I'm
you're off the
drink.
drink.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm staying true to my word, too.
Right,
Yeah.
and you were saying to me earlier there that you're fancying the Zero Guinness.
Yeah.
What's it
oh,
like?
Man. Do you know what it is? It's like a chocolatiness to
Is
it.
there?
Yeah.
Like, is it like Guinness?
It is like Guinness, but you know you're not drinking Guinness.
Aye,
Like,
aye.
If anybody ever says it's
Aye.
just like drinking Guinness, it's
Aye.
not. It's not like drinking
Right,
Guinness.
right.
It is like drinking Guinness,
Aye.
but that's the point. But it's not. It's not. You don't get pished for one,
Aye.
and second, it's not as thick. You can
Right,
really,
okay, right.
You don't mind it going dead
Right, okay.
because it's dead anyway.
Aye, there's no fun in it.
There's no fun in it.
And I was going to say, would you then have a wee whiskey with it?
I mean, yeah,
Aye.
a 0% whiskey. Aye, yeah, it's called water. Yeah.
So stupid.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, I can't believe I said that. Can I have that 0-1? Wouldn't you love to see their face in the bar?
Yeah.
Can I have that 0-1? I'm driving tonight and give us a wee whiskey chaser. Unbelievable.
I can see it happening now.
You see, I think I'm off the drink at the minute, but I think it would be like a gateway drug for me.
Aye.
I think I would get stuck in and or taste it again,
Yeah,
and you'd be
yeah.
like, 2 seconds later,
Just
straight
tore
back on
straight
it.
back in,
See,
yeah.
years ago, I went off it when I was training and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then I went to Milan for a holiday, and my sister and her friend were sitting drinking Prosecco,
Right.
and the glass was soaking wet, and it
Oh,
was roasting
man.
outside, and I was like, give us one of them. And I swear to God, like within seconds, that was gone. And then it was like, get me a big bottle of Prony. And then the next night it was like, bottle of red wine, give me
Yeah.
that. And that was it,
just
slippery
went to
slope,
tits,
like,
aye.
you know what I mean? So, but you would be a Guinness man
Oh,
at
through
the
and
normal
through.
times, aye?
Yeah, I thought I'd be really smart as well there before I went off it, and I was like, right, I know how to fix this.
Yeah.
You know? Not that I have a problem or anything. Like,
Who are you telling?
like what the fuck?
And then there's the stare to the camera. Can somebody help me?
But no, I thought I was pure smart.
Yeah.
I really did. I
In
was
what
like,
way?
I'll only drink Guinness.
Oh,
know?
mate, I tried giving up
Yeah,
the fags
yeah.
before. Again, don't smoke
I'll
anymore.
only smoke fags.
No, I only smoke cigars.
Guinness
started-
would be the
Mate,
equivalent.
I
as well.
started inhaling cigars. It's like, don't give me something. You know what I mean?
Oh, because you're not supposed to inhale cigars.
No, definitely
It's
not.
just like a taste
Mate,
thing.
it was like sucking on the exhaust of a car. It was brutal. But yeah, so
That's the next phase. Turn the car on there, lads.
they're a fucker carrying a car around your pocket all day, so her. But I was going to say to you then. So you hail from Donegal?
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
What part? Or
Glensully.
where would that be in relation to Donegal town?
Donegal town. So if you think of like Donegal as a circle,
Yes. Okay.
Donegal town's towards the bottom.
Right. Yep.
Letterkenny is kind of up from in
Yep,
the middle.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'm just kind of out this way.
All right.
Like,
Okay.
you know,
Right. Close to the sea.
No.
No, like
I'm
how
like
far?
between the sea and the Nazi.
Oh.
Not the Nazis, but
Fuck does that mean? The Nazi mountains.
the mainland. You know, you know where they keep the Nazis in Donegal.
Mate, that is
Place-
unreal.
place
The
called
Nazi. Fuck me, I get a t-shirt with that put on it, mate. That's great.
The Nazi.
Unreal. So, and when did you start? Because this podcast is primarily about giggers and
Yeah.
musicians. Giggers, right? I think there's a difference. Is there a difference in your mind between a gigger and a musician?
Well, like if I'm trying not to be a cunt, yes.
Yes, right, okay.
There's definitely not.
There's
But
definitely not, right.
If I don't want to be a cunt, but if I'm being a cunt, there 100% is, yeah.
Right, we'll be a cunt then and tell
Well,
me.
I'll be a cunt, fucking right. Well, I think that there's a huge difference between people that like to gig, you
Right,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
go out and play their gigs.
Yeah, yeah.
But they take it too seriously. Some
Right,
of them,
okay,
some
right,
people,
right, okay.
because you have to be realistic about some things, too,
right.
you know. And that's this is me being a cunt. I'm not really like this. But yeah, some people take it really seriously, and and all they're doing is playing in the bar.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
wind
yeah.
their neck in a
Yeah,
wee bit,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And don't get annoyed at like not getting all this exposure
Yeah, yeah.
because you're playing in a bar.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And
But I mean, it's the bar's definitely a place to cut your teeth.
oh, 100
You know what I mean?
million%.
Isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
You know.
But I would actually say the open mic nights are far more beneficial
Right, okay.
in terms of your
Right.
own tunes and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because if you go to a bar and play your own tunes, yeah, they might be good tunes. And there's no doubt that if you're playing a good tune, people might enjoy it.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I. Well, I've tried that. I've tried it with a couple of my songs.
Yeah.
There was one time, once
This one
people
time.
clapped, right? But there was one time a couple of people started singing along to the chorus of the song. They had never heard it before because I'd never played
Right.
it. And I went, Jesus, something must be catching their ear there, you know what I mean? And then, but I've also noticed people when they're sitting in the bar. Have you ever noticed this? When people just start, they don't know the words of the song, but they're happy to be out.
Yeah, yeah.
And they go, and they just mime, and you're going, you're not singing what I'm singing. Am I singing it wrong? You know what I mean?
It's my fucking tune.
But-
am I singing it wrong?
Yeah, you know what I
I've
mean?
been there, yeah.
Aye, fuck it, every time, mate. Never get a song the whole way through. But yeah, so but the open mic stuff you think is now for what reason that you get a bit of feedback
Yeah,
for the
because-
song?
100%.
Right.
Yeah, because you're going there with the intention of playing your tunes to people that generally want to hear them.
Right, okay. Right.
Until you start, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then you're halfway through it.
Yeah, well, there you go. And they're like, oh,
Jesus.
But no, you definitely open mic nights. If you're starting off, you want to go to open mic nights.
Right.
Like playing the gigs in bars is
Yeah.
great. Like, but it's not a way to get out there. You know,
Right,
It's
get your
not-
own stuff out
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm an expert.
No, here.
I just think it like. Yeah, if you want to be a cover artist, gigs
Go
are the
for
way
it.
to
Aye,
go.
yeah, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Bar gigs, pub gigs, 100%. But if you're looking to branch out into your own stuff,
Yeah.
there's no platform in a bar for you.
Yeah.
But there's only a platform at an open mic.
But have you ever played your own stuff in a
Oh,
bar?
yeah.
Have you ever got anybody coming up and saying, love that, or what was that tune about?
Yeah, you do. Like, if you write good tunes,
Yeah.
you write good tunes,
Yeah.
and people probably will
Aye.
like them.
Yeah.
But the benefit isn't really that. Like, what is one person saying? You might get one person listening to your tune,
Yeah.
maybe a couple of times, or they
Aye.
might stick it on their playlist.
Yeah.
But if you go to open mic night, you're going to meet people. The guy that runs open mic night, like that's how I got
Yes.
gigging.
Right,
Have
right.
you ever heard of General Fiasco?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Owen.
Right.
He the lead singer from them.
Right.
He ran an open mic night in Filthies every Monday.
Right, okay.
And when I first moved back up here, that's where I went every
Brilliant.
Monday.
Yep.
And then he got me hooked up with his drummer,
Right.
and then I started playing gigs, a 2-piece
Unreal.
in Limelight,
Brilliant.
and it was a 3
Jeez,
hour.
that's where you started.
Yeah,
That's unreal.
isn't it? It was
That
a
is great.
3 hour gig for very little money, I'll tell you. And I didn't have 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
Couple
then-
of breaks in there, was there?
Oh,
Or?
definitely, man.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm playing with this absolute wonder musician.
Yeah.
You know, he was
Yeah.
the drummer for General Fiasco.
Yeah.
Leaky,
Yeah.
if you're watching, you're fantastic. And I've never felt so little in my
Yeah.
life. You know, it
Yeah,
was so
and-
scary.
But that was your starting point
That was the starting point, yeah.
for the first live gig. That was where you played.
Yeah, that was the first.
Right. You didn't do any gigs when you were younger or
Well,
playing in Donegal or.
yeah, well, actually, my first ever gig in a bar was the Central Bar in Letterkenny.
Oh, right.
Great pub.
Right. Okay.
And if you're ever in Letterkenny, you have to go.
Right. Okay.
Because it's fantastic.
Right. Okay.
And did I say it was fantastic?
You did. You mentioned it. I think if you want to plug it one more time, you know what I mean?
Central Bar, Letterkenny.
Underneath that hoodie, Central Bar, sponsored by.
Okay, you owe me money. No,
So-
but
And do they do
they do
water
live
whiskey?
music. Water whiskey. That's where I go.
So
no,
that was
first-
your first one.
First gig I ever played was in there, and I forgot my songbook.
Oh,
So
mate.
my grandmother, I was living with her at the time.
Right,
and
right.
She dropped me in, and then I was like, I set up and all, and I was like, right, shitting myself, shitting
and then
myself.
yeah, oh, I.
And then I had the wee music stand and all,
Yep.
and I looked over, I was like, well, there's no fucking book in that music stand.
Mate.
So I had to ring my grandmother and tell everybody, I can't play until my grandma comes here.
Oh, I'm waiting on my granny call.
So she comes in, they're all like, wait, and I'm like,
And how did it go then once you got your
it was
book?
grand,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, like I probably thought it went better than it did.
No, well, what age were you?
I think I was 23 at the
Right,
time.
right. Yeah.
Maybe
And did you play music when you were at school, or?
honestly,
Or
no.
no?
I wasn't known for that. That's what all the boys that I went to school with. They're all like, I didn't even know you could sing. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I never sang really, other than just in the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed doing it in the house.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
in the house.
In the house, the juice loose.
In the house. You know? Wiki wow.
I thought I was going to say, mate, bit of 50 cent there, €50.
At least I'm worth more.
Yeah. So then you started doing the music there, and then when did you start? You started doing cover gigs,
Yeah.
and then
Well, you always like you know yourself. Like even when you don't have the balls to do something, you want to do it.
why?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been like that my whole life. I
Right.
always wanted to be a singer. I didn't understand
Right.
how people didn't want to be a singer.
Aye.
It was strange.
It's a strange thing to me when people go, "I can't sing," and I'm
Yeah.
going,
What
"Oh no,
the
you
fuck
can."
do you do?
Yeah. Aye. Or do you know the worst one? I don't like music. What? What the
You've no
fuck's wrong with
soul.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
bastard.
baffles. A couple of people have said that, but their eyes are like dead, like sharks.
I don't like music.
It's unreal. They've got eyes on them like a FIFA player.
I lost
You know
all
what I
my
mean?
troubles.
There's a very well-known singer from Belfast who said that he used to sing. He learned how to harmonise to the ambulances going up and down the road during the troubles. I'm like, fuck up. You know what I mean?
That is just looking for attention.
And it, ha, me ma. You know what I mean? Fucking what? Me ma. You know what I mean? You would have thought he would have been better at beatboxing.
Who was it?
Brian
Tell me.
Kennedy.
Brian Kennedy.
Yeah.
See, I don't know who the fuck.
Well,
that is.
me and another guy I used to play music with, we did a wee opening for him
Right.
one night. He was dead on. He was sound. And but no, you know what I mean. The guy's
See his
famous.
eyes
The guy's famous. What was I going to say to you? So then, how did you get from doing the cover gigs, or how long were you doing cover gigs before you thought, I'm going to write my own song?
Well, I'd written songs for years.
Even before you gigged?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
right, okay.
I think my own stuff actually took off.
Right,
You know, I
right.
got like 20 views on a video.
Right here. Doesn't?
But no, the first I remember I was feeling pure shite one day, and
Aye.
I was like, I haven't done anything productive
Aye.
in like probably 20 years.
Yeah. You're only 19.
I know, yeah. But so a couple of weeks before, I'd watched that Biggie Smalls documentary.
Right, okay.
The movie of Biggie Smalls.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus, class. And I was like, I could write a fucking tune like that.
Right,
Why
fucking
not?
right.
And I wrote a tune like that. It was
Unreal.
called Lost Boy.
Right.
And you probably haven't even heard it.
I haven't heard it,
I haven't
no.
released it
Right,
properly.
right,
Like,
right.
And I might do. I'm thinking of it. I've recorded it about 20 times, but
Right.
nothing's right. But
Right, okay.
Anyway, it's like a rap.
Right.
It's really good too. I'm quite
Right. Proper rap, like you're.
Man, it's
You're
like
right.
proper. Like,
But
I'm
you're still
singing it-
playing it on the guitar.
I'm playing it on the guitar. I'm
Unreal.
singing it, rapping. You know.
Yeah, I
and
need
it's-
to hear this.
I'll play it for you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's a fucking tune.
Yeah. If I do say so.
All right,
myself.
Connor, relax. You know. Fucking hell. But I enjoyed writing it and I enjoyed playing it, and I won a competition with it. No,
Freaking
like
hell.
a UK wide thing. And
Really?
I flew me out to London to record with a Grammy winner and all. Like it was
Mate.
really cool. I should have utilised that now. In
Oh,
fairness,
yeah,
Like,
and well, here, listen, that's unreal.
But anyway, the point of me saying that was I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to record a wee video and set up a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I did. And I recorded a wee video of it and I stuck it on Facebook.
Yeah,
And it was so nice. Like that was the first time people really actually heard me sing.
that's unreal. And what age were you again then?
Probably 21.
Right,
20,
right.
Something like that. And people were, all my mates were like, what the you sing?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, fucking right. dude.
Yeah.
That's my own tune as well. And
Yeah.
they're like,
And was it a personal thing, or was it like a thing, not an embarrassment, but
Yeah.
you know, that people didn't know about it, or you just didn't think about it?
I was embarrassed to sing in front of
Aye,
people,
aye.
because you need to be known. Like there was a few guys growing up that were
Aye, we're
musical,
known. Aye.
and you just knew they were going to be musicians.
Yeah.
But I was never like that.
Right, okay.
So it was hard for me to kind of go...
Like break the mold and move away from what people knew you for, yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's why it was so beneficial moving to Belfast, because they fucking knew me, you know?
Yeah.
And I went straight into the music and just completely changed who I was, you know?
Oh, yeah. But, this is unreal, this is, because I didn't know any of this, like.
Right, yeah.
And then, when did you start, then you continued the songwriting?
Yeah, the songwriting went on for a few years, and I did this thing with Capital Extra, and I met a fella, Stephen O'Rourke.
Right.
And he was working with a publishing company.
Okay.
Like, and now I'm signed to publishing.
Mate, this is unbelievable.
So it's
unbelievable.
at all. I went out to London. It was a songwriting camp, and we flew out and played Coco to a sold out crowd. No, it was, man, that was some experience. That was Capital Extra.
Yeah.
They did. I'm probably going to get in trouble for not remembering the name of it. Like, but it
Well,
was Music Potential.
Right.
That's what
Okay.
it was, you know.
Right.
It was fantastic. And
were you playing the guitar and singing, or were you having other? Did you have other musicians with you?
There was a guy, Johnny Brooks.
Right.
He's fucking amazing. He's on The Voice there, actually.
Oh, right. I don't have a TV,
I don't have a TV license.
I just sit and colour in.
Same.
Do my wee flip books. It's amazing. I'm so busy. I'm so busy learning new tunes for the gigs.
Yeah. I know that feeling too.
So go ahead.
So we wrote a song called Fool's Paradise, and do you know, there was this massive production, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And the sold out crowd, and it was really funny because we were two like singer songwriter kind of
Yeah,
fellas, and we were playing to a sold out crowd for a rapper.
Right.
So it was hilarious, but they loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
And we fucking nailed it, man.
Yeah.
And I was raging because they didn't record my fucking voice.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, so there was a nice video on YouTube and all, and
But no vocals.
yeah, so he's singing, and I call him Velvet.
Right.
And his voice is amazing, and he's
Yeah.
singing, and I come in with a fucking big ass chorus, and you can only hear me through his fucking mic.
Oh, mate.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm doing now. It's all about me.
I'm not fucking loud. Man.
Yeah.
But it was unreal anyway, just to get going. But then the fucking place burnt down.
Seriously?
Coco in Camden. Have you ever
Right.
heard of it?
No, I'm although I think I'm on my fingers on the pulse.
Yeah.
I know fuck all about any of it, to be honest with you. I keep going, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Having
the
a clue.
point of it, man.
But this is what I think this is great for.
Yeah.
Because excuse me, you don't, because we're out gigging, it's like ships passing in the night. I finish a gig, you're finishing a gig, or you're coming on, and you go like that, and you see each other, you see all the other boys and girls that are out doing it. And you have like 5 seconds of going, all right, dead on, away you go.
Good to see you.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Whereas I was saying last night to one of the other guys that was playing down in the Goat, like, do you know George Jones, who used to be on Radio All-Star? This is me showing my age now.
No.
But he was before he was the DJ. He was or the radio personality.
Right.
He played in the what do you call the bands? What did you call the big ballroom bands from the 60s and 70s?
Jesus, man. I've no idea.
It'll come to me. He played in those. Do you know, like the big bands? The big bands?
Orchestra.
No. I know I said I hadn't a fucking clue. Well, not that bad.
I don't know.
What did you call the big bands? Like the big band nights that they would have had?
Like big Orange Order?
No. What did you call them? Anyway, it won't come to me now. It's gone out of my head. But there would have been like it's not a pickup band, but it's like a whatever. Show band.
Show
band. There you
right.
go. Jesus Christ.
There we
Right.
are.
So but he played in one of them. But I think he was saying that there was a place up in Carlisle Circus
Right.
that used to, a cafe that used to open late at night. They only served tea and coffee, but it was all the boys out of the bands
Right.
would have gone in and had a yarn, and would have had time to sit and chat
Aye.
and find out who was going where and who was doing
I
what.
get what you mean.
Whereas
yeah.
you go down, you do your gig, you're out, you're gone. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to stay for a pint, but you might have another gig, or you're playing the next night. You need to get home,
Aye.
or you're doing a podcast the next day, and
well,
you're
there
like,
you are.
right, aye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, where was I going with all that?
I think you were just going about.
Yes, about talking, doing this.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Where you get to find out how you go about it.
How life is for musicians.
Yeah,
you know,
because
like,
you're never told.
yeah, no,
They're never
you're
going to teach
told.
you this in school, like where you go, you need this gear, that cable.
Yeah.
You need to speak to this person, how to speak to that person.
Oh yeah, you learn from spending thousands of pounds.
Oh, are
that
you a
you
gig
don't
her?
have.
Are you a gear her even? I'm a her for the gear.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I used to hear that from a bunch of different musicians and be like, why?
Yeah.
But now I've found out you can have guitar pedals.
Oh,
and they do some really cool fucking shit. Like,
yeah.
And I really like them.
Yeah.
So I'm buying a lot of pedals and stuff.
Right, good.
And then this is what another thing about that learning. So I bought a big power bank for them.
Right, okay.
And it was a fucking wrong one.
Oh, mate.
So that was like £100. I know it's 100 quid.
Well, here.
100 quid's a lot of money.
Yeah.
To be fucking about, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I've been buying a bunch of speakers and shit. And
Right,
I love
okay.
it. I love
Right.
it.
And what we'll get into the gear talk in a minute, because that could
Little bit of gear, you know?
that could literally last for about 3 days, right? So we'll keep going with your journey.
My journey.
Your journey, and then we'll go into your process.
My process.
So,
Process of
see, that's your journey. He was right at the start of his journey while he was speaking while he was going for the bus.
Here we are, talking about processes and journeys.
This is it with. But so whenever you did your stuff over in London, then you've come back and you're still writing.
I writing flat out. I was on a kind of high, like a buzz.
Right.
And then I was kind of doing a bit of local radio stuff and all. And I should have really jumped on the train, but I was working with different producers and stuff.
Right,
like that.
okay.
I could never find the right sound.
Right.
Like I wanted to be very commercial.
Yes.
Like I knew I had to be able to break into radio.
Yeah.
By being
Giving them what they want, basically.
yes, essentially. Like, and it's another thing. I didn't sell my soul because I actually wanted it. You know what I mean?
Well, here.
So fuck you if you think that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no.
Well, I mean, do you want your music to be heard by people or not?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Have you something to say? I do. Well, I'm not singing it to the wall.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly it. And I really like the tunes the way they came out.
They're class.
Thank you.
They really are, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your
Well,
arse.
that's Black Studios.
Yeah. Right.
Matty Graham and Jessica Hammond, you know.
Right. And they know what they're doing.
They're a tight squad.
Well, they know what they're doing.
Well,
You can hear the production value
they're
on
actually
that's
they're doing a
unreal.
bunch of BBC stuff and all.
Really?
They're flat out.
Unreal.
They're incredible.
Unreal.
But so I never, it was that Lost Boys song as well. I hadn't written any of the new stuff at the time. And and then I moved up to Belfast again, blah, 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 and did all that. And then there was one night I was feeling like shit, and I wrote The Vow.
Right, yeah.
The Vow, and I just sat at the end of my bed, and it just came
flying out.
like a fucking shite.
Yeah. No, they do. So that's.
But they do.
Yeah.
It's mental how it happens, and I just like if you hear the lyrics in that, it is really deep. Like, and I got a lot out.
Through
that
off your
song.
chest. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
And then it took me like a year to record that, and then another year to release it, or vice versa, or something like that.
And was this during the pandemic or the dreaded?
No, it was
lurgy?
before. It was before that.
Okay.
So I think it was 2 years before that.
Right.
And then I had it the whole time.
Yeah.
And this is another thing I'll say. Stop fucking about. If you want to release music, just release it.
Yeah.
It's so like I
easy
held
now.
that song maybe for a year and a half or 2 years, like.
Yeah.
And it's
but why? Why
because
did
I
you?
wanted to make it better.
Right. Okay. Okay.
I had a new idea for a sound, or I didn't want to be like this, or I wanted to be country, or
right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, stop faffing about it.
Yeah.
If it's a good tune and you like
put it out, see what the feedback is.
Exactly, and see all this like months of preparation for
the launch day.
Launch days.
Yeah.
That, and the other.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, do it because you'll feel great probably.
Yeah.
But who the fuck cares? Nobody's heard you before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I launch stuff and still nobody cares.
but that's the thing, man. You know, like people.
But you find out quickly that you go, well, that's a very limited genre I've gone into.
Well, that's
you know what I mean.
Talking about that before, But with the stuff like it's generic pop that I've been releasing, and I got very lucky.
You're being hard on yourself there. I think generic pop, there's more to it than that. I think your lyrics are great.
Oh, thanks, man.
There's a meaning to them. There's a storytelling element through them.
Thank you.
And then they're deeper than you would get in most pop songs. I think there's more of a meaning, and then the music over it is what pulls you in to the story.
Oh, man. Well, that's actually I really appreciate that because that's what my thinking was.
Well,
like, hopefully,
that's what you paid me to say. So.
When you looked down and went like that, it's just like what the fuck?
Give me a tenner. You owe me a tenner, that kid.
Oh, Darnell. Control it. But if you can ever give advice to anyone, it's just Nike, man. Just fucking do it.
That's you see, but you can't get into your own head. I find an awful lot and too deep sometimes.
Yeah.
Into your own head when you're writing music because you're trying to tell a story, you're trying to get something across. The music can come quick. When you're doing this, it can the music mightn't be working for you, or so there's that whole process of going through it, and then it can come from quite. I don't know. I'm from what you've written.
Yeah.
It seems to come from a very personal place.
Oh yeah, big.
You're not just writing
the good ones.
but you're not just writing a story or making something up. Again, people do that, and their songs are great.
A lot of people are very good at that.
But so they do feel very personal to you, and it's your baby, if you like.
Yeah.
And it can be a bit daunting to put it out because I find that there's maybe a feeling of, I think this is okay. I think this is good.
Yeah.
And where I have it now, it still is good. I put it out there.
Yeah.
People don't like it, or people don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Then you kind of go, fuck. There's.
Yeah.
You can keep it in its wee glass box.
Yeah.
And keep it precious.
I get what you mean.
Or you let it out in the world and somebody kicks a bollocks out of it.
But dude, that's the thing about being a creative person. We're filming a podcast here.
Yeah.
People might think we're the two biggest dickheads in the world.
Yeah.
And they will be fucking right.
100%. I want to meet these people. You know what I mean?
Punch in the face. But that's the thing though, man. You have to be willing to
put yourself out there. Yeah.
It's not even fail, because when you're creative, the only way you can fail is by not meeting your own standards.
That's the thing.
But
that is
it's
great.
so true though.
Yeah.
And that's why I held on to that song for so long.
Yes.
Because I was scared of failing.
Right.
How could I fail if I like it?
Yeah.
Fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, I love you all for listening to it. But seriously, but like, does it really matter? To you, does it really matter?
How many people listen to it?
Yeah.
Well,
but
maybe that's me ego.
Yeah.
That's me ego. When I put those songs out, I was more than happy with them.
Yeah.
And when I was writing them, it came to me. The things happened because of the genre. Yeah. I went with the Irish folk type of sound. Yeah. And I was happy with the way they came out.
Yeah.
Whenever you see the work that you put into it, and maybe again I released them at the wrong time. Who knows, right? But they're out there now.
Yeah.
And you sort of go, yeah, well, it would be great if they had, a couple of thousand likes on it or hits on it. But then, whenever you're looking at the Spotify thing and you see somebody has listened to it 29 times on Anchorage.
Yeah.
You're like, well, you know what? I've communicated something.
Yeah.
That's all it was about.
I know, it's amazing.
And somebody has liked it.
Yeah.
And you go, fair enough.
But the one thing I'll ask you too, how many friends have you got in the Irish folk industry? Like
None.
None. See, that's
well, apart from Christy Moore, like he liked it.
Oh, there you go.
It was mad.
That's it too. You told me that before.
Yeah.
Christy Moore loved your song.
Yeah.
Like, and I've heard the tunes, and I've told you that they're fantastic. Like, they are really
Thanks
good.
Thanks a million. Thank you.
And I'm not just saying that. They are great tunes. And but like, I have friends in the industry. Yeah. That I'm in.
Yes.
And they've helped me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure every musician that has achieved anything has friends that help them. You can't you can't go alone. So that has nothing to do with your songs, man. It's nothing to do
just getting them out there and finding the right people to listen to them.
Like,
exactly.
You hear that a million times in your life, and it's all about who you know and all. You have to be talented.
To be honest though, I've started writing and started looking. What it has done, it has pushed me, because that would have always been my comfort zone. Yeah. In and around that, so it has actually pushed me out of that to try and figure out now how to go about setting up drum beats and manipulating things and changing them around and taking a different approach, not wholly different approach, but you still have your way of writing songs and what you're talking about. Yeah. But then change it up a bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But that's the thing about being a songwriter too. You open to everything.
And and what now? Whenever you're going into the songwriting part, how do you go about it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it your process? What we're talking about, yeah. Do you go? I would listen to quite a bit of another podcast. Should I mention it? Yes, called Soda Jerker. Have you ever heard it?
No, I think you mentioned.
Two boys from Liverpool who who do their podcasts and stuff, but they're talking to big names, like they're talking to David Gray and Nora Jones.
Not as
strangely
chatting to Conor Maley music.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You're special to me, mate. You know what I mean. But the one person that had on it, Kiefer Sutherland.
Right.
Weird, but anyway.
I know that name.
The guy out of 24.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a songwriter.
Oh.
Anyway. But they all talk about their process and how they go about it. So what?
Well, I think I have a very different process than you hear a lot. Like,
right.
Do you ever hear that you should finish every song?
Right. Yes. Aye.
I hate doing that.
Right. Okay.
Because I only write a song whenever I go, oh,
right,
that will sound great.
Right. Okay.
Sit down with the guitar. I'll sit down with the guitar, and if it doesn't sound right, I'm like, yeah, fuck that.
Right. Okay.
Honestly.
Right.
And
okay.
then I'll have it in my notes.
Aye.
The lyrics.
Yep.
And then 6 months down the line, I'll be like writing this wonder tune.
Right.
And I'll be like, oh, what the fuck am I going to put in there?
Right. And you flip back.
And I go back over these
Right.
like
Okay.
4 or 5 lines I wrote down at one point in my life.
Class. Yeah.
There we are.
Brilliant.
That'll fit. I had done it the other week there.
Right.
There's still another verse to write right now.
Right. Right.
It is a very, very good song. Like,
Right. Right. Again, the same genre type of feel to it, or
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That's your own style, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I think the production has a lot to do with my style too, though.
Right.
I kind of write country-esque songs.
Right.
In
okay.
fairness, like a kind of back porchy kind of thing.
Right.
Not
okay.
Like ding ding ding.
Aye.
Not like that.
So
Like
you're
nice
not chasing pigs.
headphones. no pigs. No, I just kind of that kind of easy listening.
Right.
Music,
Okay. You're right.
with the country twang.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then when I get it all produced, it's
mad.
up there. You know.
Because I would not get that from your stuff
Yeah,
at all. You know what I mean?
Strange, yeah, I suppose. But you're talking about. I always focus on the lyrics. It
Right.
has to be
Okay. Yes.
lyrical.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, you can tell that. You can tell that
Thanks,
in them.
but then, as I said, the production
Yeah.
turns it into what it needs to be heard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So
Great.
that's a bit. But in terms of my process for writing, the process. How many times we said that? The process. And
Change the name of the podcast. Go on.
the process. And that's the fucking thing tune there.
Yeah.
Anyway, my process. Fucking.
So you start with the lyrics, or you start with a tune?
Well, I'm not a very melody-based
Aye,
guy.
aye,
Like I would be
yeah.
a singer. I wouldn't be a guitar player.
Aye.
But,
Yeah, same here.
But it's always nearly lyrics. Like
Right.
somebody will say something. I'll hear something on a
Yes.
TV program.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that is
That.
deep.
Yeah.
Let's turn that into something.
Right. Okay.
And then that'll spark an idea, and I'll run up and get a guitar. And
Yep.
I'm like, right, okay, yeah, that sounds sad and moody.
Yeah.
wise,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
And then, or if I wanted happier, blah blah blah, whatever. I'll just
Yeah.
work away with chords and see what the crack is, and then I'll be all inspired.
Yep.
Like I think this is quite an important thing to say. I'll be all inspired, right?
Yep.
And then it'll get to the point where I'm like, no,
It's not happening.
this is shite. It's great up until this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this song shite. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop now.
Right. Okay. Right.
Put it down. And
Right
I
on.
might come back in 6 months
Right.
and write the rest of it.
That's unreal.
And it'll be a tune.
Right. Okay.
Because why I don't
I
understand.
paint your head against a brick wall.
Why would you upset yourself
Yeah.
to the point where you're mad
Aye.
over
Yeah.
the head of it,
Taking the paper off and rolling it in wee balls.
and then you write a shit song when it was going
Aye.
to be a good one?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I hear writers now. Don't get me wrong. I can sit. And I have done, and I've written about
Right.
5 songs in a day.
Straight out. Really?
Oh man, yeah, and writer camps
Right.
and all that
Okay.
kind of
Oh,
stuff.
right.
Like I was down in Dublin there a couple of
Yeah.
months ago, and we just
Right.
banged the tunes out like fuck.
Unreal.
They were great tunes. I
Yeah.
don't think any of them were hits
Yeah.
as per se.
But it was a great feeling to get the whole song done.
But
Or-
that's just my opinion. I don't
Right.
think they were hits. They could
Right.
turn out to be
Yeah, this is
anything.
it,
Do you know
innit?
what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing. You never know. They were great songs, so they could be anything.
Yeah.
But that's it, though, man. Like you can write a song if you follow a structure.
Yeah.
But when I'm by myself, I don't want to.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't want to waste my time.
Right. Okay.
Unless
yeah.
I think
Unless you're feeling it.
yeah, you need to feel it and really, really believe that that's
Yeah.
a fucking tune. Like
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I can sometimes find too, whenever I would try to get, I tend to write quickly.
yeah.
Get
Right.
the shit out of my head,
Yeah.
right? When you have that spark, you go,
Yeah.
right, just get it down and try to work through it as quick as I can. That's the way it used to be. And then, or I would have written the lyrics and handed them over to the other guy that played guitar.
Right.
He wrote the tunes for them, and we put it all together.
Oh, nice.
Came up with that. So that kind of worked. Then you go, right, I'm going alone here and I want to write the music myself. Now, I wouldn't be a great theorist. I wouldn't have
in terms
anywhere
of
near.
musicality.
Yeah. I wouldn't. You sort of go to the same chords, the same rhythms, things like that.
But that's
that's why I think the production stuff, learning that is quite good because it takes you out of your normal shell. Sorry, kicking the shell.
Sorry for the listeners.
Yeah, sorry if you had earphones in. Driving the car, breastfeeding the child, it's all gone.
I hate when that happens.
Shouldn't be doing that, Daddy. Right, so the what I call it? Yeah, what was the saying?
I have no idea.
I know, mate. I drift in and out as well, right? So yeah, with the music, so it tends to be now. I try to get it done in one sitting.
Yeah.
If I can get a song started and done, then I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to then go back in.
Oh really?
And start writing.
Like open up that part.
See another day. See if I got a verse done.
Yeah.
And then I left it and came back in. I would be banging my head against the table.
Really?
Going that's driving me insane.
The fact that you've got a verse.
That have left it. I know if I leave it, it's done.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I try to write it.
Well,
it could be a day.
Is it inspiring enough? Like, is it like the reason I can go back to it is because I'll probably feel the same way I did.
Right. Well, see, to be honest with you, I've never really tried it. I've always sat down and went, right, I'm writing a song.
Have you never done it based on a feeling that you're having?
I don't have feelings. I'm like a
I lost some of the troubles.
The bomb the joy out of me.
Don't even like music.
That's all. I know. Can you play Tears in Heaven? Fuck off. So so that's the way I would do it. I think that's. But I mean, this is what's great about talking about it. Is you go right. Well, I'll try that and see. I know I've got stuff written down in books and notepads and stuff, and I'll go back and I'm like, right. One thing that I was doing was writing poetry to try
I was
open up.
Say that.
Yeah, to try because I can find that easier to a better flow. If I'm not worrying about too many things, write it down, and then you can maybe get one or two lines out of it.
Yeah,
where you go right. Well, yes, that's going to carry the message.
Yeah, and
you're going right. What I then tried to do during the lockdown, I told you about this.
Yeah,
the shit on the wall, right? I decided that I was going to write poetry, then come up with a tune for the. Sorry, I'm full of shit. Started off with a painting.
Yeah.
So do a painting. Look at it, see what you get out of it. Obviously, it's abstract as anything.
Yeah.
And then see what you get out of it. Write a poem about what the painting's making you feel, and then write the music to the tune. But that was intense.
But that would get in your head.
Like, it fucking did, mate. It was like a mouse on a wheel. You know, you couldn't switch it off. Yeah. It was going too deep.
Especially with lockdown too, man.
I know, mate. I know. And the smell of white spirits in this room. You know what I mean? Just fucking throwing shit.
You were probably like
literally throwing paint at the wall, mate. You know?
I'm an artist.
Yeah. And then started changing the colour of the light bulb, and they all changed.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's creepy. So the colours on the actual
you just started lighting up and going away, and you were like, "Fuck, I am tripping balls here,"
that's fucked up.
And it wasn't. That was the mad thing. But what's it?
Or were you?
Well, the boiler's in that, so they'd be leaking. I don't know. So then you were saying about your are you then moving on to your production side of things? How does that come about, or how?
I just book in with Black Studios, and then I go in with a tune.
Right.
I just have a guitar and vocals.
Yeah.
And then Mario kind of be like.
What do you lay down? Do you lay down the vocals and the thing, or
vocals and guitar? I just give him the song.
Right. Yep.
I leave.
Right.
And then he'll smash it.
Yeah.
Like
work the magic.
Like Broken Man.
Yes.
The newest song. I went in, did the guitar, and he goes, "Yeah, just do a few strums here. Yeah, a few harmonies, man. Yeah. We'll keep them. Yeah, bang.
Yeah.
Sweet man. Yeah, that's us." And
unreal.
See the drum?
Yeah.
That was the click track.
You're joking?
I swear to God, man.
Right.
So he was just like,
Can we have a wee listen? Is that all right? Yes.
Of course, man. Yeah,
Right. Now
bang on.
we're gonna do this and see if we can pick it up on the microphone here. So let me see.
Old school, you know.
That's it. Yep. I couldn't figure out another way to do it. Let me see now. Probably can't figure this out either. Why is it pausing?
The phone will explode now.
Yeah.
Just...
Let me see. Are you playing?
Are you playing?
Oh, I know what I've done. I'm a twat. This is probably why it wasn't working earlier. I have this playing through the speakers on that. Right. Anyway. Right.
Here's Wonderwall.
I know what it's doing now. I'm a tube, right? Hang on. Let me see. It's actually picking up the crackle of the mobile phone working as well.
Oh really?
Anyway, Connor, this is the first one, so it's smooth. Right, here we go. This is Broken Man coming out, okay? Driving in it, like.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the chorus there, but
It is, isn't it?
mad, isn't it?
Cracking.
But that's
Cracking.
the thing. Like, I don't know if you heard the guitar, but it's very.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can I grab this?
Yes, go ahead. Hopefully it's in tune. Go ahead, just pull it through there.
So whenever I wrote that, that's what it was.
Unreal.
And then he was like,
Yeah.
I'm staying in your
Yeah.
So it was very chill.
Right.
And then it was, take me back, Lord, when you don't understand.
Unreal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then when I play it live, everyone's like, is that the same song?
Aye.
So,
But how would you then go about? Have you figured that out?
you can do it like
Right. Okay. Right.
kind of like.
And would you think of doing the backing track thing or?
Oh yeah, well I've got a great drummer, Ross Bickerstaff.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if you heard, he's my drummer.
Right,
He's leaning
no.
away from the mic. But I love him. He's a legend. He is a wizard with Ableton.
Right. Okay.
So
Right.
He can program
And
all that
trigger
stuff.
stuff and
Yeah, just all that kind
Unreal.
of stuff. And I've got Matty there too, and he's the producer. He plays keys for me. as well.
right.
So,
Right.
yeah, all that kind of shit. And but it's amazing the stuff you can do now. You
Yeah.
kind of need a laptop with you.
Aye.
Yes.
Well, I had started doing that, bringing the laptop out and stuff, but it wasn't cutting it, and it's
hard.
expensive gear, like you know what I mean.
You don't want to be loving it. I remember you bringing that laptop.
I know,
with you.
mate. Laptop and audio interface, and
The whole fucking
first night some dickhead hung over it with a piece of chewing gum. I was like, "Arsehole, move!" I was like, "You fucking touch that, you're going out the box." Anyway,
You're going out in the box.
I know a bit extreme on it.
No, fuck 'em.
Yeah. This is what the ordinary man doesn't understand: is your gear and how precious it is.
That's very true.
So, what was I going to say? So, then you're doing all that, and then do you get a chance to go down and say yes, no, or can you change that? Can you?
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
Like it's not very often.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do, though, in
Yeah,
fairness. Now, the last time I went down, I went down with a song called "Praying for Change" that I'm
Right.
recording. And it's a good tune. I'm
Yeah.
really proud of it. And he made it pure disco-y.
Right,
And
right.
I was like, mate, that is unreal.
Aye.
But what the
You
fuck?
you told me about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
and,
exactly,
But
yeah.
then did you let me hear it?
I think so. Yeah.
Aye, and I was like, man, that's
Oh,
fucking
it's a
thumping,
wonder.
like.
It is
Aye,
unreal.
Aye,
like,
aye.
But that's the thing, is Matty's a wizard. Like,
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you can release that as like a remix or
Yes,
something.
yes.
but Let's.
Right, so you have your own you still have your own control over it. And
Oh, of course.
Go on
yeah,
with what you want,
Like,
right?
oh
Brilliant.
yeah. He's but as I said, I never have to really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He knows what he's about.
But I think you get carried away the last time.
And it must have been the white spurs again. So then, how often do you write? Just when you feel like it,
do
or
you know what? My missus was actually giving out to me. Hello, Kelly. Because she's like, when are you going to write a song about me? And I was like, listen, it's not about that. I just, like, I will.
Yeah.
But, like, I haven't.
Yeah. Get on it.
It took me a year to write a tune between. I was away at writing camps and stuff. And I did write songs, but nothing.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, it hits you, and then I'll leave it for a couple of weeks or a month or whatever, 6 months. Nothing that impact.
Oh, sorry, can I ask you? Whenever you were at the writing camp, were you writing with other people, and how did you find that?
Grand. You know, it's a different process. Like, and you kind of have to adapt to everyone's kind of way of working.
Yeah.
See,
I think I would get precious. I think I'd be like Schmigel.
I don't think. Well, I thought that too.
It'd be like out there.
Fuck you.
It's me.
We're doing it this way.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I thought I'd be like that too. In fairness, but
you just open up to it.
Yeah, like you're a people person, man. Like,
I hate people. This is all of a facade.
You know what?
So do I.
So do I. I fucking hate people. But like,
they don't help themselves.
I know, they're all cunts. But man, people don't. I don't know. Like, we would be considered people.
Yeah. People.
Person.
Yeah.
But see, doing the music thing, you just see too many.
I mean, you're seeing people at their
worst.
At their lowest ebb, aren't you? But then here, do you know what though? You focus on those people. Everybody else is having a great night. Somebody will spill their pint over your speaker or bang into you, take a tooth out.
You want to fucking end them.
You know what I mean? But then you get other people who.
We're quick to fucking be miserable.
Aren't we?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Where you go like 95, 99% of people in here are having the time of their life, and it's great crack. But you know what I mean? But because you're trying to put so much out there, then somebody fucking looks at you or farts in the corner and it drifts into your mouth when you're trying to sing Adele.
And you really need the fucking air, you know.
Somebody did it the other week, man. I'm trying to sing.
Sorry about that, man.
Look, Ryan Adele was standing there.
Dirty bitch.
Hello from the other side of the room. Unreal. But
all right, mate.
there was something I saw the other day, and like who am I to talk about Adele? But it was a video, and it said emotional return for Adele. I'm like, of course. What else would it have been? It's not like she's sitting writing fucking Dunty Dunt. Right, I used to, you know, right?
Baby Shark.
Right, I used to call it. Would you turn that fucking Dunty Dunt shite off?
And I bet you used to get raging as well.
Oh, that's music.
And now you're like,
music.
Turn that donkey donk off.
You hear somebody with, what is it, part-time charmer, full-time farmer on the back of their car, going past, and you're like, dead on. I don't know. It's the same person that would shout at David Gray to play Babylon. Oh, you know what I mean? Give over. They got into a fucking digging match at a David Gray concert, like you would believe.
Right.
Two boys sitting behind us wouldn't fuck up.
Oh, God.
I lost a head, turned around and went, is there any fucking chance? They're sitting talking about their day. I'm trying to listen. I'm going,
shut the fuck up.
And they went, oh, all right. And then I think somebody tried it further down the line and it all kicked off. So anyway, fucking fighting at a David Gray concert. Why would you?
One as well.
Go on.
I was in the goat there last week or 2 weeks ago, and I walked in and I came from another gig, you know, and I was already fucking pissed off from the day before. Just assholes, you know. I was trying my best. I really was. I was trying to be positive and all. Yeah. And then there was a fucking full, you know when you come inside the goat.
Can't say I do.
Well, great experience. But
you come in the back door, dude?
No, but you walk inside the goat,
right?
And in the inside bar, and you know the booths along the corner.
Yes.
They were filled, with some party of middle-aged women.
Right. Okay.
And 40s, 50s. You know?
Yep.
And I immediately get handed a note while I'm setting up.
Right.
Can you up the tempo?
Oh my God.
We want to dance.
Do you?
I was like, I haven't fucking started.
There's people who will do that. Will ask you.
Man.
You haven't even got in through the door, and they're asking you for the Galway card.
Exactly, and there's people fucking eating their dinner.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant at this point. You know?
yeah.
I get it later on, right? You know, so I'm like, trying not to get peeved, and I'm like,
100%. Here's the town I love so well. The disco version.
But I was setting up and all, and then they're coming up like, can you liven it up, you know? I'm like, and then they're shouting at me, play the 70s, play the 70s. And I'm like, play some 60s, please. I was like, listen, love, if you like it that much, you should have fucking stayed there.
How did that go down?
Oh my God, man. I was like, listen, blah, 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 just stay there. And I just
building your wee guitar case port.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
One of them went, "Oh."
Aye.
The other one went, "What did he say?" And then she told him, and he went.
So this is what people don't realise, that you're there trying your best. You know what I mean?
And do you know what? I was trying to be funny and have a bit of crack with
him,
so I didn't get mad.
Right.
I was obviously subconsciously
but
mad.
this is the thing. I try to say things to people thinking I'm hilarious. And it just doesn't come out right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, your gear gig, your gig gear. How bad are you for it?
Well, I'm definitely getting the bug. I'm not too bad now in fairness, but
see, most of my day is spent on Gear for Music, scrolling. Our Kieran won't let me buy anything. I was going to buy disco lights the other week.
Don't.
That's right. Well, he goes, it was just for the Friday and Saturday night thing. And he was like, it's not a fucking under 18s disco, dickhead. And I went, no, well, obviously I'm not going to...
But I can buy them.
Yeah, but they were good lights, you know what I mean? And then somebody said, I was talking to somebody else who's a proper sound engineer, 100% guy. And I said to him about the lights, and he went, you know what, mate? He says, you don't even need really good lights.
Right.
He says, get yourself a decent smoke machine. And I turned around at dark here.
Oh my God.
Here, man, I might just get a good smoke machine. And he went, fuck up, I'm out of here. And he's gone.
Goodbye,
you know what I mean? But I do like my guitars and the recording equipment.
Yeah, the recording's
you know what I mean?
Too, though, like, you know, if you really
the interesting thing is, you're saying, because I've only recorded a few songs and kind of went down and was like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And that's what I got, which is 100%. I didn't know you could just go in and go far away there and see what you come up with. You know what I mean? So that's an interesting thing where it could take you out of how you're doing it. Whereas I thought you had to have all those skills yourself. If you know what I mean, like that producing side of things.
Jesus, man, like if you're a good writer, so like get some other
right.
Like,
okay, aye.
you know,
collaboration.
Yeah, you wouldn't build your own house if you didn't know how to lay blocks.
You don't know the Bartletts.
Fair enough.
That's what our daggy did.
Is it actually? Well, there you go. What's
Built the whole extension, full workshop.
Fucking hell.
On his own, out of stone.
If you can do,
you know what I mean. But you see, this is the mentality. You're like, I reckon I could. I've watched 6 YouTube videos on that. I'm good to go.
But if you want to do it,
yeah.
then it's...
But it's never even crossed my mind that you could go and crack on, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and say to
someone. Song and then get some producer in, you know?
Yeah, right. That is very interesting.
It's expensive, like...
Yeah.
You get what you pay for, you know? Like
well, this is it, like, you know what I mean? Well, your view or your listens and all are epic, you know what I mean? And it's just going from strength to strength. I would shit myself if I had that many listens.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's great. And you just put them up and that's it. It just takes off. And
I have a great friend in Stuart Robinson.
Right, okay. Of Cool FM.
Yeah, Cool FM. And so he helped me out with some streams and stuff.
Brilliant.
And putting it on the radio.
Oh,
for
great,
me,
great.
And that's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I never.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have put it out if it was shit.
Oh, well, that's it.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people are like, you know yourself, like, better.
Oh, here.
Oh, I deserve that opportunity too. Like, of course, you might deserve it, but
yeah, you didn't fucking get it.
No, but it's not even that. Like, I didn't just magically become friends with Stuart.
Yes,
I went
yes.
And I
followed him and hunted him down.
I found out where he lived, and I stalked outside
the edges.
Climbed the balcony. You know?
left the milk tray on his on his pillowcase.
But that's it though. I met Stuart, and it's just like all the other.
But that's what I was going to say. It's all those things. If you weren't a nice person or
maintain the relationships and stuff like that, and now I found a great friend in him. I mean that, like, he's a really good friend.
Yeah.
And I've met so many other great people from him, you know, and but that's a part of the industry. That's why I asked you, how many friends have you got? And
I don't have any friends, mate, at all.
I'm your mate.
We're looking. Like,
number one.
We're at the start of something beautiful here, folks.
No, but that's such a key thing in life, though. Maintain and build relationships. Because, like, I don't want to say you need them. You do need them, but like it's even better.
No man's an island and all that, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's life is better with mates.
Yeah, well,
and everyone helps each other out.
Yeah,
and, you know, do everything you can to.
Yeah. What
was it I heard on somebody's story there last day? It was like, if you go out looking for friends, you'll never find them. Yeah. But if you go out to be a friend, you'll be fighting them off. You know what I mean?
That is good, mate. Yeah. I like that.
Well, maybe not the fighting off part.
Well,
if you can fight.
What did you do last night? I kicked the bollocks out of two of my best mates.
I made friends and battered them.
Unreal. So, what's for the future then?
I was actually chatting to the missus about that. Well, hopefully more music, but no, just whoa. I meant planning shows and spending money on venues. All right, that's what I meant. Fuck me.
Take a turn.
Take a turn. No. But I said it before. I want to play a gig in the Black Box, man.
Right. Yes.
So I've mentioned that to you before.
Yes. Yeah.
That I heard Luke Alone play there. You know him?
Oh yes, I know. Look, yeah.
Man, the sound was just
great. Yeah,
it was like I had headphones on. You know, it was
brilliant.
So I want to get in there. You know,
brilliant.
And just, but it's just I'm terrible with funding forms and all that stuff.
So
I'm just going to do it myself.
That's what I was going to say. I find with there's certain things.
Whoa!
Really? Big Ian's in the house. I said them, right?
They are just bringing out your Ian.
So I think sometimes you are better going alone at certain things and go, listen, sometimes it's like there's too many irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Or you have to answer too many questions or consider other people's point of view where you don't really need it.
Well, that's
you know what I mean
with the music as well, like releasing and shit.
Yeah.
Your fucking self
that's it.
But it is it.
Yeah. So you're looking at you have nothing solidified yet for a future gig or
nothing set in stone, but it's the idea.
It's coming, like
it is coming. It is, and it will be sooner rather than later as well.
Right. Well, you need somebody to open for you.
Well, there you are.
I can open the door. Let you in. Right. So I'm actually doing a podcast tonight as well, down in with my brother Kieran.
Oh yeah.
Down in
That's
the
Strand.
Strand.
One, isn't it?
Aye, the good looking one. Aye, I'm chopped liver over here. The unfunny piece of dog shit in the corner. So I'm going to do that with him tonight. So because we do a wee thing on a Sunday also called the Noodle Bar.
Right.
Well, we'll do it on a Saturday morning where we just sit and make up the dirtiest versions of songs, popular songs.
All right.
It's filthy, and like my ma can't even listen to it.
Really?
It's some of them are brutal. But so yeah, there's those things to do. Anything else you want to plug or promote or?
Yeah, I would say give out Kevin a wee listen here. Cheer him up.
You're coming back, man. You're coming back. Well, listen, it has been fantastic talking to you, and you're definitely coming back on. I would love you to be here to interview other people as well. If you're up for that, putting you on the spot. And it's recorded. It's recorded. There's evidence, dickhead. Right?
You'll be back, dickhead. Right?
So, but that. Honestly, fantastic crack, and loved that, mate. No problem.
Really mean that, like.
So get on to Spotify and listen to Mr. Conor Maley. Get the hit rate up. You'll all be invited to the barbecue when he gets the mansion.
Exactly.
And
promise.
Yeah, and we'll see us all again soon when we will have another interesting episode of Cheese Crisps.
All the best.
Cheers, mate. Good luck.
Imagine I left you hanging there.
Brutal. See you later on, folks. Good luck.